So you're looking at the new Tiguan compact crossover, but you want to know what sort of fuel economy you can actually get on the highway. Then this video is for you. Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor. Today we've got the real-world highway fuel economy test on the 2022 Volkswagen Tiguan. We're going to head out on the highway and do 50 miles out and 50 miles back, averaging 70 miles per hour to get you a realistic highway fuel economy number for this Volkswagen. Before we get started, let's hop out and take a quick look at it. The front-wheel drive version of the facelifted Tiguan, surprisingly, this is a 3-row vehicle. Might surprise you that they could fit a third row back in there, and they barely do, but you know what? If for certain users, that might be just what they need. Other than that, they did a pretty good job with this new Tiguan. The Tiguan wasn't really bad to begin with, but they spruced it up just a little bit. Gosh, look at those awfully fake vents or exhaust tips, if you will, back there. It's pretty sad. But anyway, if you want to see more on the Tiguan, we've got reviews of both the audio systems as well as a DM test drive. Check the links in the description for those. So why do we do this test? Well, the EPA's highway fuel economy test, which gives this Tiguan 30 miles per gallon in front-wheel drive form, that test only averages 48 miles per hour. We know there are people who take their vehicles on long road trips and would like to know what sort of numbers they can realistically expect in the real world. In order to test that, we're going to head over to the gas station here, fill up, go out and do 100 miles, come back, fill up with the same pump using the same 3-click fueling method, and get a result. A few things to note for today: outside temperature is 68 degrees Fahrenheit, tire pressures have been set to their door placard 38 psi cold, and we're going to run the climate control at 73 degrees auto. Yes, this is going to use the air conditioner, but that's how people travel in the real world, and without it, we would roast. All right, let's hop out and fill it up. 1.922 gallons going in for our initial fill. Before we start the engine, we're going to reset our GPS and our trip computer. And we're ready to begin. Remarkably, no drive modes in the front-wheel drive Tiguan. You just got D. So that'll be nice and easy. We're going to head over to the highway, about half a mile away, and pick up the test from there. We're not trying to get the best possible fuel economy for the Tiguan, but just a realistic fuel economy number. So in order to do that, we're getting up to highway speed here at a decent pace, and we're going to set our cruise control to a GPS indicated 73 miles per hour. That should allow us to average 70 over the whole test. We do have adaptive cruise and the travel assist active lane keeping feature here in the Tiguan, which should work okay. Looks like the speedometer is dead on accurate, so 73 on the dash is giving us 73 on the GPS. Initial highway observations are good. This thing's got a pretty docile engine, enough torque for daily driving. A little windy today, but since we're going to be coming back in the opposite direction, that should equal out. Alright, well, we're going to continue on with the rest of the test and catch up with you at the end. In the meantime, enjoy this time lapse of the entire trip. Coming into the end of the highway fuel economy test here in the 22 Tiguan, getting quite a bit better than EPA. 34.3 miles per gallon on the dash. We've averaged 70 miles per hour. Haven't really been drafting or anything, so it's been a nice smooth test. Still pretty comfortable in here. The seat offers a good amount of adjustability. I have been getting a few hiccups with Android Auto. For some reason, you'll be listening to music and there'll just be a little bit of a skip here and there. To be fair, that could be my device, but I don't know. It doesn't happen with most cars, so just something to point out. Active lane keeping is not class leading by any means, but it does kind of help you back into your lane if you're not quite paying attention. So overall, a decent highway machine. Let's get on back to the gas pump, fill up, and see what we get. 3.175 gallons going in for our final fill. 108.4 divided by 3.175 is giving us 34.1 miles per gallon. Coming in for a total of 34. Not too bad for this size SUV, you know? It is front-wheel drive. There are definitely some all-wheel drive competitors that could probably get around the same number, but still pretty good number, especially for having technically 3 rows. 34 times the 15.3 gallon fuel tanks, giving you an effective highway cruising range of 520 miles at 70 miles per hour here in the new Tiguan front-wheel drive. Thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to see more on the Tiguan, check the links in the description for our sound system demos and our Daily Motor test drive. And we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.